Hi everyone, it's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers. Today is day 40 in our 365 days free challenge where we go live every day to talk about healing back pain for good, but also living a fulfilled life. Well, today, as I told you yesterday, today the highest consciousness is going to give us some questions so we could identify our own roadblocks to the 6 of the 10 daily holistic healing habits. And it's about consuming nutritious food and beverage throughout every day and throughout the day as well. Yesterday, we talked about troublesome foods and I also showed you the fantastic book, Medical Medium Cleans to Heal. And in this summer, Thomas and I, we have planned to do a cleanse together with you. If you want to take part, that is just awesome. And before I go on channeling the highest consciousness, the other day I gave you a recipe. And if you want to have more recipes that we could get, because we eat this food, and if you want more recipes, could you please give us a shout out somewhere, and so we know, so we don't just write a cookbook and no one would like to have it. So that is something we'd like you to do, please. Well, now it's time for identifying the personal roadblocks for us. And the highest consciousness is going to come on. I just have to tell my beautiful daughters to lower the volume on the TV. Tjejer, kan ni dra ner volymen lite? Sorry about that. I just told them to lower the volume. Okay, the highest consciousness is going to come on. Hi, everyone. For those who have followed Mona and us for 40 days, take up your one hand and take the other one and then slam them together like this. Give yourself an applause because this is just fantastic. You have just, if you have been with this challenge for 40 days, doesn't matter if you just skip one day or if you have watched the replays and so on, but if you have been here since the start, give yourself a good pat on the back because you have begun a new habit. You have begun a new habit that is going to help you to heal for good and also live a fulfilled life. If you set aside time every day for your own healing process, then you are on the right track. And this is also why the 10 daily holistic healing habits are so many. They are so many, so it cannot be that much time between your thoughts and actions in your healing process. Your healing process should be on your mind or at the back of your mind anyway, all the time. Because if it isn't, then the ego will take over. And the ego, following the ego, will never, ever, ever lead to healing. Not for good, anyway. It could help for sometimes that you begin to do something so your body physically heal. But if you continue to follow the ego, that is always focused on blaming someone or something else for your own mistakes and for losing your temper, for being in a bad mood, for having your back pain, for not being able to do things that you used to do, and so on. That will never lead you to healing for good. Because if you heal a part, especially if you heal a part of your back pain, and you continue to believe the negative thoughts, the stressful thoughts that the ego creates continuously, then you will have problem with your health. Again, it might be somewhere else, but you will have. That's for sure. No one could live a healthy life and a joyous, fulfilled life with the stressful mind. That is not possible. You need peace of mind. You need inner peace. You need love. You need unconditional love. You need joy and happiness and ideas and creativity. And nothing of that will stay in your mind for long unless you learn to control your mind. So the limiting beliefs around the healing process also need these 10 daily holistic healing habits because you won't control them otherwise. You won't defeat them. That is the problem. It's been taught since you were really, really young. Well, now we should go on to talk about consuming healthy foods. The first of all, you know this. You know this. Please grab a pen and a pad so you can write this down, the questions and the answers. And if you don't manage to keep up, then just pause the video and take notes afterwards. But please do, because these questions will lead to so many conscious awakenings, because the things that you do, the things that you think, the things that you say to yourself, the things that you say to others, the other actions that you do, the way you express yourselves and so on. Don't worry about Mona itching her eyes. It's pollen and she's allergic. Not that much, but she has forgotten to take her she doesn't know even what it's called, but some drops in her eyes. And don't shoot the messenger here. Okay, we've talked about this before. Don't shoot the messenger. Try to go back behind the pronunciation mistakes, the spelling, the grammar, and so on. Please try to go behind this and listen to what the messages are. Okay, but anyways, so you know the results of this. So just write down the first answer to every question and you will be amazed about how much you know about yourself, but you haven't acted on it. Okay? What is the 3 foods or dishes or beverages that you are addicted to? Write them down. The 3 foods, dishes, candies, snacks, beverages, whatever it is. 3 of them that you're most addicted to. And now we're not just talking about a physical, biological addiction. We're talking about an emotional addiction here too. You know this. You know this. Mona, she's been absolutely addicted to a very famous soda with a red and white etiquette, or and you know the trademark, and it begins with a C and it ends with an A. Well, you know what the soft drink we're talking about here. She's been addicted to that. But then she realized, well, that is not very healthy. She could drink almost 1.5 liters a day. But then she didn't weigh the weight that she's weighing now, of course. Her favorite thing to do before she met Thomas, and even when she had met him, was to go in a drive-through to a fast food restaurant that begins with an M and a C, to buy a hamburger or 2 hamburgers, a big fries, 2 dips, and a huge, well, you know, the drink every Friday. And on top of that, a chocolate cupcake. That was her celebration of finishing the work week. Of course, she didn't look the way she does now. Not for very long, anyway. So, you know, she's also been addicted to a candy bar with peanuts and chocolate and she doesn't know what it's called, like a fudge thing is in it. So she's been addicted, and a couple of years ago it was peanuts. She took at least 1.5 deciliters per day. And well, whatever you consume that you know that this is not good for you. What is it? Spit it out. Write it down. 3 of those. And if you know more, write them down. Okay? Then write down 3 reasons why you eat these foods, snacks, drink these beverages, dishes, whatever it is. 3 reasons for that. And you know the reasons. You know, some of you eat when you are tired. Some of you eat when you are feeling sorry for yourselves. Some of you eat when you're happy. You should celebrate. When you have managed to do something that is really, really good. Or when you have been mistaken, or you have failed, or something like that. Write down at least 3 reasons why you consume this. Mona was in a sugar challenge some years ago. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. And then they talked about that you should try to hear your inner dialogue when we call the ego version of this, the sugar devil, when it tells when the sugar devil talks. And she found out that her sugar devil said that, well, you deserve this. You deserve this. You deserve sugar because you're bored. Okay? And you deserve sugar because you're feeling sorry for yourself and everything is not feeling fine. Or now you have done something really good, so you should celebrate. Or just being happy. And then she suddenly realized that the sugar devil used every thinkable reason for her to eat sugar. And she was really, really addicted to sugar. She said afterwards, she had ended this. She said that she thought that sugar is more addictive than heavy drugs. And we agree. We agree. The cravings cannot be controlled by willpower for that long. So it's better to skip it and to skip even pasta, bread, and flour. Because then you will get free from the cravings. She still eats sugar, I think, 4 times a year for maybe 2 days in a row. They have a Swedish dish here in Sweden. It's herring with like not vinegar, but she doesn't know the word. Like a vinegar and sugar and water, and then you have red onions in it, and you put it aside, and you have it in the fridge for at least a day. You make it before a day. Before the day you should eat it. And she absolutely loved this, and especially her mother's. So she eat that for Christmas, Easter, and midsummer. And so we say 4 times to be just on the safe side. And also before she goes to with her family and her father, she goes to the smorgasbord just before Christmas around the 13th of December. So 4 times a year. And she can do that without getting the cravings back and without getting pain in her joints if she skipped the dairy and the gluten and the eggs. Well, so now we have talked about what foods should you are you consuming that you know that are not good for you, and the reasons why. Okay. Now talk about this. What is your most limiting belief around healthy foods and beverages? What do you believe? Do you believe that all healthy foods are disgusting? Do you believe that you are so overweight that it's not even worth it? Do you believe that you are so addicted to unhealthy eating and unhealthy foods and beverages that is no idea to try to turn this around? Are you in the belief that I rather eat delicious food than healing for good? Or what is it? What is the most limiting belief around eating healthy food and drinking healthy beverages? What is the most limiting beliefs? And if you could identify some more of them, that is even better. That is even better. Because Mona and Thomas, they eat this kind of food every day. And they have a menu for 30 days. They eat, they have sometimes, some days they have a little tight schedule. So they usually, or Thomas is the cook here in this family. Mona can cook too, but he's so much better at it, so she leaves it up to him. They have a full menu for 30 days, 4 weeks that is, but then they eat leftovers for 2 or 3 days. So they cook more food so they could heat it up, or if they eat raw food. So, but as Mona said before, they could translate this quite easily into English and also give some of the recipes to you, but you have to let them know that you're interested. Otherwise, it would be waste of time. Okay? They are going to give you the most delicious chocolate cake, completely raw, with no sugar, no dairy, no flour, and no eggs, if you want it. Heavenly chocolate cake, you could write to them if you're interested. Okay? And for the friends in Swedish, of course, you can get it in Swedish. It's a combination of 2 chocolate cakes that Thomas has tried it out, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Mona and Thomas and their friends think it is. Anyway. Okay. So now you are aware. So when you look at what you have written down now, you cannot become unaware. You are aware now, and it's time to be conscious and making conscious choices. We suggest that you look at the foods, dishes, snacks, beverages, whatever it is, and find the absolutely most not healthy one, and try to, as Mona does, she consumes sugar 4 times a year in the herring. She can choose to consume that more as well, because she is not eating it, the other troublesome foods. So she could cheat sometimes, but she is darn afraid that she will fall back into the addiction. So she's really aware and conscious about that. You could choose like her and consume that food fewer times, or you could choose to just draw a bright white line that you will never cross, that you will never eat it again. Mona's never going to eat dairy again if she could avoid it because of the pain she got in her joints. And you could also choose, for example, Mona loves ketchup, the strong, the hot, spicy, sour, sweet taste. She also loves chocolate. But they have found foods or recipes that are without the troublesome foods So you could still choose to eat that, but in another form. So please try to identify the worst food or snacks, beverages, well, you understand, candy, whatever it is that you consume, and try to find out if you want to eat it once in a while. And then we don't mean once in a while in a week. We mean, for example, 5, 6 times a year, once a month, not more than that. And then if you would like to skip eating that at all, or if you'd like to try to find alternatives for that. Okay? We'll promise you, if you want to heal for good and live a fulfilled life, then this is worth it. Little by little, small baby steps towards the healing process. It will be worth it. Every step of the way. This is not something, healing for good is not something that you do once and then you're healed for life. That's not how it works. You have to take control over your mind, and you have to take control over your thinking, over your inner dialogue, your dialogue with other persons, your actions, and your behaviors, to align that with love and the healing process. It will be worth it. It's another lifestyle, and it will be worth it. We promise you. That's everything from us for today. And by the way, don't forget to give what they are asking for if you want the receipts, their recipes. Okay? See you on Sunday again. Okay. That was everything from the highest consciousness according to roadblocks. That has to do with the 6 of the 10 daily holistic healing habits. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you an example about what an ordinary food day looks like for us, so you could get some inspiration and understand that we are absolutely normal. If we could use that word, if we're up to something like channeling. Some people think this is crazy, and well, it's up to them. We don't believe this is crazy. We believe in this completely. Otherwise, we wouldn't tell you about it. Okay. So tomorrow, an ordinary food day. What it looks like for us tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, hopefully. And don't forget, if you want the recipes, please let us know. Okay. Bye for now.